Croeso I adran Addysg Gorfforol. Welcome to the PE department. Fy enw I yw Phil Bowen ac rwy'n pennaeth adran Addysg Gorfforol. My name's Phil Bowen. I'm the head of PE here at Ysgol Dyffryn Aman. This presentation should hopefully start the ball rolling and answer any basic questions that you have about studying a PE qualification in 10 and 11 at Ysgol Dyffryn Aman. So, what are your options? Before we even begin, it is important that you must have an interest in sport and be involved in sport either in school or out of school for any of the available options. Okay, so the three options available to you to study in years 10 and 11 are GCSE PE, TGAU Addysg Gorfforol, or BTEC Sport Level 2. Let's look at these three options in a bit more detail. Each of the three option areas has access to its own interactive learning website. It is here that pupils can access information outside of the classroom to aid with learning and to promote independent study. Three option areas can be split into two categories: BTEC Sport Level 2 and the other category being GCSE PE through the medium of English or Welsh. This can be done as both the GCSE PE options through the medium of English or Welsh both follow the same specifications. Mr. Tom Hancock will later discuss in more detail the TGAU Addysg Gorfforol option. So what are the differences between GCSE PE and BTEC Sport? Well, from the slide in front of you, you can see that GCSE PE has a 50% practical assessment, 50% final external exam, and you must have three sports to offer practically: two team, one individual, or two individual and one team. More about that in a second. You also will need to produce a personal fitness portfolio project, which is marked and forms 8% of your 50% practical mark. And then from this, you can then progress into either A-level PE, BTEC Sport Level 3 at Ysgol Dyffryn Aman sixth form. The BTEC Sport Level 2 option is equivalent to one GCSE. It's assessed through written assignments and online examination. There are 4 units, 2 core units, one which is fitness for sport and exercise, which is the exam unit, and a practical sports activities unit. And then we study 2 specialist units, which are leading sports activities and training for personal fitness. What is important here, you will be required to coach groups of pupils for assessment. And again, the progression for this could be on to Level 2, Level 3 BTEC at Ysgol Dyffryn Aman sixth form, or even A-level PE. Looking at the main differences between BTEC Sport and GCSE PE, the key to this is that at BTEC Sport you are not assessed for your practical ability, whereas at GCSE PE you are. It is important, and it's highlighted there in bold, you must have 3 sports to offer. So if you do not have the 3 sports to offer and you are interested in sport, and you enjoy taking part in sport, then you should be more looking at the BTEC Sport Level 2. Let's look at the practical assessment for GCSE PE through the medium of English and Welsh. This assessment makes up 50% of your final mark. 8% of that is assessed via a personal fitness portfolio project, which you will have to complete and follow over 8 weeks. 42% of the practical assessment is equally split between 3 sports. The choice of the sport is entirely up to you. However, there are some rules. You must offer for assessment either 2 team sports and 1 individual sport, or 2 individual sports and 1 team sport. From the slide in front of you, you can see that some sports do offer themselves as individual or team sports. It is important to note that any sports you offer off-site, that means we don't actually do them in school, it is your responsibility to provide the video evidence. So it could be amateur boxing, could be karate, swimming, life-saving, any sport like that we do not offer in school. It is your responsibility to gain video evidence over the 2 years to submit to the visiting moderator. Here you can see some screenshots from our exciting new GCSE PE interactive learning website. The exclusive learning area for you brings to life all aspects of the GCSE PE course. It covers all the areas such as health training and exercise, psychology of sport, social cultural issues, exercise physiology, and movement analysis. It's a go-to place for you that will make studying the theory part of the course much easier.
Mr Hancock ydw I, a fi sy'n dysgu'r cwrs cyfrwng Cymraeg TGAU Addysg Gorfforol. Pam felly dewis y cwrs? Wel, mae'r dosbarth yn debygol o fod yn fach iawn. Roedd 9 eleni, a mae hwnna'n golygu bod modd i fi roi sylw unigol I bob dysgwr ym mhob gwers. We've purposely timetabled the lessons to coincide with the English class, so that they can be taught separately for the theory part of the course, but we're still able to combine for larger numbers for practical lessons when needed. Mae'r gwersi yn cyfnod allweddol 3 yn sail arbennig o dda ar gyfer dysgu terminoleg y pwnc, ac mae'ch plentyn yn bown o bod lot fwy na beth maen nhw'n meddwl ei bod nhw'n barod. If your son or daughter would like to try the first month in Welsh, they can still seamlessly transition into the English medium group if it's not for them. Please remember, of course, that linguistic support is available as well as subject-specific teaching in both languages for both courses.
Peth gorau am dewis addysg gorfforol yng nghyfrwng y Gymraeg yw fod llai o bobl yn y dosbarth sydd fydd efo fwy o sylw o'r athro. Mae dewis addysg gorfforol yn Gymraeg wedi cynyddu fy graddau a dwi'n mwynhau'r pwnc llawer yn fwy.
Fi falch iawn fy nes I dewis y gwrs addysg gorfforol yn Gymraeg oherwydd mae'r adnoddau'n ardderchog yn y Gymraeg. Roedd y cwrs lot yn rwyddach yn Gymraeg na beth byddaf fi'n meddwl bydde. A hefyd, rwy'n dysgu termau Cymraeg a Saesneg ar un pryd, mewn cadw opsiynau ar agor ar gyfer gyrfa mewn chwaraeon yn y dyfodol gobeithio.
Dywedodd addysg gorfforol fel un o opsiynau TGAU oherwydd roeddwn i'n hoffi chwarae pêl-droed a hoci. Hefyd, roeddwn i'n barod I ddysgu am pethau newydd amdano'r corff.
Ystod eang a chyffroes o adnoddau ar gael trwy gyfrwng y Gymraeg, ac mae'r ddarpariaeth yn gwmws yr un peth oddi wrth bwrdd ar holi cybac ac amau ar gyfer y cwrs Saesneg.
So why choose BTEC Sport Level 2? Only 25% of the actual course is an external typed online exam, and we sit that exam in the January of Year 10. So the rest of the Year 10 and the Year 11 is only time for coursework. 75% of the coursework then is over the 3 other units, and the assessment will be typed assignments through presentations, a coaching assessment where you would be expected to coach a group of pupils, probably from Year 7 or Year 8. You would need to create a 6-week detailed training program and undertake the training, and then photo and lots of video evidence of you participated in your 2 sports involving competitive sport and skills. So this course is suited to pupils who enjoy sport. You are not marked practically on how good you are at the sport. However, you do need to be organised and produce evidence of the skills and of you participating in competitive sports. You would need to be able to produce detailed assignments, for example, newspaper articles, and be confident working independently on computers. This course is suited to pupils who do not have 3 sports at a very high level, and therefore you're not marked practically on how good you are at performing in sport, and is suited to those pupils who like to be assessed through more coursework rather than leave it till the end of the 2 years for an exam. So how is BTEC Sport Level 2 graded? Well, a BTEC Level 2 is equivalent to a GCSE and will give you the same amount of points to continue your studies following the course. A BTEC Sport Level 2 Distinction Star is exactly the same points as a GCSE A star grade. The BTEC 2 Level 2 Distinction is equivalent to a GCSE A grade. The BTEC Sport Level 2 Merit is equivalent to a GCSE B grade, and the BTEC Sport Level 2 Pass is equivalent to a GCSE C grade. Following completion of the BTEC Sport Level 2, it will naturally lead on to studying the BTEC Sport Level 3 at Ysgol Dyffryn Aman, or equally, pupils have gone on to start the A-level course in Ysgol Dyffryn Aman as well.
The question is always asked about what the possible career pathways are for somebody who studies an academic subject in PE. Well, pupils will develop the skills for a range of sport-related pathways, from sport coaching to understanding about the health and training. Sport is a £20 billion industry. It supports over 450,000 jobs in the UK. It's the fastest growing sector and now ranks among the top 15 mainstream activities in the economy. The huge amounts of money in UK sport mean that there are more and more jobs to pursue than ever before. For example, supporting top athletes as sports scientists, sports psychologists, strength and conditioning coaches, sports therapists, performance analysis, or coaches. Studying GCSE PE also through the medium of Welsh will provide a greater opportunity for working in the education, media, or sporting industry in Wales. Many jobs now require candidates to possess the qualification in the Welsh language. Wow, I know, that's a lot of information to take in one go, but the main purpose of this was to start you thinking about which option suits you best to study an examination in sport or PE at Ysgol Dyffryn Aman. If you have any questions, then please speak to your PE teachers or come to the PE department anytime and discuss things further with us. Okay, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon.